Welcome back into Meta Madness. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, you have Vinland Raiders, and on the right, it is going to be Disgusting. We are getting into Haunted Mines, map number 1, in our second best of 5 of the day. And if you're wondering how we got to Haunted Mines and what's going on, I got you all covered. The map choice, I believe it's a randomized. It's randomized by the mods, and it can either be Hanamura Temple, Haunted Mines, or Blackheart's Bay. Each team gets a band, so the members of Disgusting banned out Sky Temple, the members of Vinland Raiders got rid of Shrines, so first map will be Haunted Mines, as I mentioned. And, ooh-wee, we got some picks already. Chromie, Muradin, Lucio, Sylvanas will be banned away. We have a first pick Junkrat for the side of Vinland Raiders. Disgusting going to get a Urel and a Rhaegar. Now, here's the thing that I did want to mention, because I did miss this because I was a little late to start this this map right here. There are 10 global bans for the entirety of this tournament. Anduin, Blaze, Brightwing, Diablo, Genji, Hanzo, Hogger, Joanna, Sergeant Hammer, and Vala are all banned away. They are not playable. Now, when you ban a hero in the ban phase, that does not add them to the ban list. What actually adds them to the ban list is when you pick a hero. So, for the rest of this best of 5, Junkrat, Tracer, Malfurion, Urel, Rhaegar are not playable. They will only be playable in this Haunted Mines map. So that is how the Meta Madness works. If you have any further questions or if anything is unclear, by all means, ask away in chat as we are ready to go in our second ban phase. What's up, Oscar the Grouch? Good to see you, bud. Tyrael banned away. No Tyrael with the Tracer, Malfurion, Junkrat. I can't blame them for that whatsoever. What do we have for a ban here? Are we going to see a tank ban? Or is this going to be something that shuts down the Tracer? I don't think like Varian's like a, oh, you see Tracer, you ban Varian. I don't or like you pick Varian or whatever. But hey, okay, they are. I don't like, I had this idea like beaten into me by Mockery. It's like, if you see Tracer, Varian's not like the initial counter. But I mean, Varian does make her life a lot more difficult. So it's not a, oh, you see Tracer, you pick Varian, you win the game with Varian. No, that's what happens when you know, someone picks a Phoenix, then you just pick Varian and shattering throw them throughout the entire game. Anyways, we get a Nubrak Greymane, a very nice dive duo with the Rhaegar as well. We could see a Bloodlust composition here out from the side of Disgusting. Last 2 picks from Vinland Raiders. What will they be going into? They need a tank. They need a solo lane. I mean, per traditional draft, but we'll see. Is Muradin up and available? No, he's banned away. Garrosh could be used for when people dive in. Look for the Warlord's Challenge. And a Sonya for the solo lane. I like it. We haven't seen any Illidan yet. I'd like to see him play it again. There was some Illidan yesterday, I believe, and that's the only Illidan I've seen. But yeah, I feel like we get into the more actually, that's not true, because yesterday it was like game number 2 is when we actually got some Illidan and some murky action. So we'll see. I mean, honest to God, they could go Illidan here. Illidan gives more dive with the Greymane and Nubrak and stuff, but I feel like it needs to be a dive here. Oh no, gonna go Jaina. Okay. Looking for the burst. But a very good draft from both of these teams. We'll see some player swaps potentially. While we do that, I'm going to go ahead and swap us into the casting screen, and I will get our prediction written up. It was in the 3rd best of 5 yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. The VOD will be up on YouTube. That VOD will be up on YouTube on Monday, I think. I think that VOD will be up on Monday. But let's go ahead and start our prediction as we always do.
Hey, listen.
The gamble is going. We've got a new team up against Vinland Raiders. The members of Disgusting were quite strong yesterday. We'll see how they play today, as this is going to be a load-in for Haunted Mines. There's your level 1s. Let's go ahead and introduce the players while you get your predictions in. We have Unforgiven on the Malfurion for the side of Vinland Raiders in the blue, Sven on the Sonya, Gaff on the Tracer, Cure on the Garrosh, and Nano on the Junkrat. Have a lovely day. To the right-hand side, Disgusting, Iron! I'm sorry. On the Nubrak, Greymane to be played by Itrax, Lavacol on the Rhaegar, Jane to Jaina to be played by Alvarez, and Rai on the Yrel.
2, 1. Now go and summon my golems.
I think it's Arion? Arion, I think is how you say their name. I don't think that's right. Arion? I don't know. I'm gonna go with Arion. I'm gonna go with Arion. I'm gonna go phonetics with it. Jaina will be going into the regeneration globe at level 1. She'll be looking for her Fingers of Frost, Garrosh with the Warbreaker, and those are really the only noteworthy questing talents. Sonya will go into the Tough as Nails at level 1. She'll have the block stacks right there, but also the charge refreshes 200% faster while Fury's movement speed bonus is active. Blah. Words. Yeah, nothing. No, I was looking to see if there's anything major of note, but I mean, Anubrek's going W build. There's that, I guess. Names are hard, indeed, especially on the internet when everyone has their own made-up pronunciations of things. I mean, if you've been enough rates in my channel to hear how people pronounce my name so differently everywhere. And a camp invade will be had by this. Oh, the pulse bomb over the far side of the wall, and Anubrek goes down. The camp is stolen away by the members of Disgusting, but they do lose their Anubrek first in this engagement. Jaina with another regeneration globe, 5 out of the 20. She's a quarter of the way there for Fingers of Frost to be done. Cure a little bit low here, has to tap the well. Concussion Mine splitting people back. Unforgiven trying to back away. Jaina dropping in the blizzard as the sappers do come in. Rai getting low here, sustained damage from the Tracer. Will there be enough Dauntless value? Yes. Dauntless level 1 helping out Yrel right there with the physical armor. We will see a Hearth out from said Yrel as Anubrak makes their way back into the top lane for some soak. Sonya to grab the camp on the left-hand side, avoiding the Siege Giant damage, and also getting some double damage. Or I guess getting damage onto both with the slams and the spins. Nice little angling right there. Level 4 will be first to the side of Vinland Raiders, but not by much. It's going to be a very, very close game at the start here. Still, Nano going down, actually. Maybe? No, Nano's fine. I thought Nano was going to be shredded by the Greymane, but Greymane breaks off from the sustained chase. Little Ginang cocktail poke through the wave. Mines are going to be opening up in about 25 seconds. We still have camp in the top lane. Pulse Bomb onto the Anubrak. And Tracer blinks past to body block the big beetle. Anubrak is saved by Jaina's Blizzard. The Blizzard kind of zoning people back there for a moment. Greymane dives in the back and gets a kill onto the Malfurion. It's 1-1 and kills Yrel, bopping the Siege Giants into tower range, so those are cleared out a little bit quicker. Jaina Hearth's back as the mines open up, and we have got ourselves a whole lot of skulls to grab, and who will get the stronger objective? Tracer immediately rotating down, but is this just to... No, she's going to start working on some of those. Nubrak trying to step in and steal one of the skulls here and there, but wow, we have a very busy mine. Holy crap, I just realized I was on the vision. This is, everybody's in the mine. Typically, when I've casted this map, people just are like, we'll siege for a while, we'll do some stuff, but, I mean, there's no camps. I guess there actually is this siege camp soon to be grabbed. In top lane, Sven is trying to back away. Greymane might have the Dark Flight in underneath the towers. 1-2, auto Razor Swipe, another kill to Disgusting. Fight to break out in top lane. Itrax is going to get hit with a Pulse Bomb. Excuse me, not the pulse. Wait, no. Now I'm doubting myself. Pulse Bomb from the Tracer. I don't know why, but I thought it was the. I thought I mixed up Phoenix abilities. I thought I was thinking of Phase Cannon or whatever. But Sapper Camp over on the bottom of our screen to be contested. Anubrak burrows in. Concussion Mine does split back the Yrel. Greymane dives onto the point, and actually. Sonya has to spin her way back in. Concussion Mine splits back Itrax, or displaces them. Pulse Bomb from Tracer once again on the ground, and the camp does go to the members of Vinland Raiders. But it was heavily contested right there. Root onto Anubrak. Jaina can't, excuse me, the Tracer can't get in quick enough, though. The toss onto Anubrak will squish the beetle. Concussion Mine onto the Jaina. She gets a great load of damage into Gaff, but not gonna be enough. This one tower with a sliver of HP, there it goes. He's gonna be cleared out. Concussion Mine doesn't get the knockback onto Itrax, who is doing their best to poke out here with the Inner Beast active, but might have to just doing their best to poke out here. Will lose that Inner Beast duration. Sonya slamming her way through Urel's health bar, dropping her low a little bit. 10 talent here on the horizon. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers as we like to do here with the sappers rushing in, the mid lane, or the fort front gate going down in this bottom. Such a fun Junkrat level 4. I didn't look and see what he had, actually. Finally, somebody gets this. It's driving me nuts seeing that on the map. I feel like a lot of the Junkrats have been going Concussion Mine build, which has been fun to see. Oh. This is visible, by the way. I don't know if Junkrat actually can see this now. Well, do they see it now that they have the vision? Yeah, so now that they can see right down there. Oh, okay, the enemy's on the objective down in the bottom lane. Or in the bottom. I say bottom lane because it's literally right there. It's not layered over itself. It's just weird. It's a weird way it's done. So Siege Giants into the top lane, 25 to 75 in the Skulls collected. And that'll be a Grave Golem favoring Disgusting. But 10 Talentiers will be first to the Vinland Raiders by a whole level. Oh yeah, it's the Boom Pow. Yep. Yeah, this is the build. We've been seeing a lot of Junkrat players go for this tournament. They've been going into Concussion Mine build with the Bog down at level 7 as well. I'm liking that too. Is it a rocket ride? I doubt it. Wait, Junkrat, why are you holding? Junkrat, I was joking. Okay, it's Riptire. There it is. Garrosh gonna go ahead and decimate. Yes, he is a decimate Garrosh. A little helicopter boy right there. Concussion Mine far out as the Sonya clears out the top objective with her inner beast, with her Wrath of the Berserker. Blah. The objective phase will expire here. 3 to 2 in kills, 10 talent here, just about to be on the right-hand side for Disgusting as well. A Nubrak floating around here, but no, he's not going to be invading. Okay. Camp to be grabbed just above, and this will be a quick rotation. Water Elemental, Cocoon, Ancestral, Curse Bullet, and Ardent Defender. Cocoon onto Sonya. Garrosh Decimate is not able to step in quick enough. Concussion Mine onto the Jaina. And Sonya's able to find the kill. I need that other cup of tea. I can feel it. I can feel it. I need the other cup of tea. It's sitting in the kitchen. Go get it after this game here. Urel with a Righteous Hammer to the face of Tracer, and that's going to be all. Oh, no. She continues to just try and build up that Pulse Bomb, only at 29%. Bottom lane fort, a little low here. Vinland Raiders looking to push in. Oh, there it is. It's like Junkrat should be able to get the frag launcher grenade hits in. Urel jumping into the top lane to clear out the wave quickly. Invade onto the camp over here. Vinland Raiders looking to steal this away. Concussion Mine onto the point. As Chess was mentioning, the fun of Boom Pow here. Hitting an enemy here with Concussion Mine reduces his cooldown by 10 seconds. And I think that puts it onto like, what, 4 seconds or something like that? It's very, very low. 6 seconds. It's a 6-second cooldown. That's at 16 overall. The mines open up again in 20 seconds, or at least the what are they called? The skeletons? The miners. The undead miners. Don't like that either. So we'll click on the model and see what they're actually named here in a second. Let's see what these units are actually named. The Risen Miner. Don't like that either. Underworld Minion. Sure, there you go. Well, the Risen Miners will be cleared out here, and it's already 30 skulls to the members of... oh, wait, hold on. Sonya's chasing... Urel around. They're going to go in and out of the doorway right there. I think Sonya actually got juked. I think Sonya was looking for the Urel and didn't realize that she double backed in. Not 100% sure on that one, but either way, the members of Disgusting will have the vast majority of these skulls. But even though the first objective was 75 to 25, we are actually seeing a bottom lane fort going down, favoring the team that had less skulls. So interesting in that. Vinland Raiders will start working on the center boss. 28 skulls do remain. Garrosh zoning forward, but he gets chunked. Greymane jumps in, immediately decimate Garrosh, trying to spin to win, but Garrosh does go down. Sven looking to dive into the backline. Riptire from the Junkrat. Itrax low, gonna get spun on by Sonya, but Sven to be traded in the moment. Pulse Bomb onto Jaina, blocked by the Ice Block. Unforgiven shall fall on this Malfurion. Junkrat actually, hold on, Junkrat is gonna save the day with some Concussion Mine action and also these Frag Launcher grenades as Gaff will get the dismount onto a Nubrak. We have Siege Giants in the top lane still pushing onto the wave. Got a little bit of damage onto the fort, but this will be 80 to 20 in these skulls for the Grave Golem. Now, what's exposed in bottom lane? The gate is still available, but it's very low on the upper half. Quick camp grab for the side of Vinland Raiders. 13 apiece in our levels. A very competitive map right here. This map always takes you back. I love this map. I don't like. It's the theming. It's like Blackheart's Bay. Blackheart's Bay is it a good competitive map? Not really. Is it cool in the theme and like everything? Absolutely. Like that's what gets me. I'll be the first to admit that, you know, Blackheart's Bay it's not the best for competitive play, but it's super cool and fun. It's better than Summoner's Rift, am I right? Grave Golem in the bottom lane, quite chonky here. Gonna be getting 696 damage into structures because you round up that decimal place. Cocoon onto the Tracer. A Nubrak gonna get bopped by the Riptire. Groundbreaker as well, and Sonya gets the Slam Jam. Sonya actually breaks off with Junkrat Tracer to go clear out the objective while Urel's managing top lane. She will be rooted, and one more auto! Oh, not enough damage into the fort in top lane. We were talking about this yesterday, and I was saying we saw a really good first Grave Golem for a team, and now it's very much being proven by the side of Vinland Raiders how weak these Grave Golems can be. It really boils down to how you see. I guess the big thing is how you siege with it, and that's kind of been the big. That's been the lacking thing, I think, for Disgusting. They haven't been able to step in and siege with the Grave Golem too effectively. The zoning potential between Malfurion and Junkrat, Garrosh, it's all a lot. Well, Tracer was chasing Urel a little bit right there, I do think. Jaina clears out the top lane wave, and the Junkrat jumps around. I thought some shenanigans were being set up in the mine, but that's not going to be the case. I missed Pool Party. Oh, man. They need to add Pool Party just into the custom, like, maps so we can just do it ourselves. That's what they should do. Add back in the Escape from Braxis, add in Pool Party, add in the Chromie one. I like the Chromie one. I forget what it was called, but the Chromie one was super fun. Especially because when you got to, like, sudden death, like, the tornadoes, like, started pushing you closer together. Man. The good old days. Hey, maybe we'll get, you know, that kind of fun stuff with Stormgate. That's what I'm hoping for. Should be able to get a lot of fun action with Stormgate. I'm looking forward to that game. But I'm also looking forward to this upcoming Friday, Resident Evil 4 Remake. Oh! I cannot wait for the Resident Evil 4 Remake. What's up, Toku? The PvE stuff was my favorite. Yeah. The escape, like, I love the Escape from Braxis. Like, I wish they leaned into it and they leaned into the whole, like, speedrunning aspect that people got into so heavily. I wish they had, like, a leaderboard in game, and you know, a lot of missed opportunities. A lot of missed opportunities because, I don't know, stock prices or whatever. I honestly don't remember what the Chromie Dodgeball one was. You know, the one that was a little boring, but it was still fun was the Rocket Ride race. It wasn't the most, like, crazy fun thing, but the Rocket Ride race was super cool. I would have loved to see, like, future iterations with, like, different, like, race maps or something. I don't know. So much potential, so much potential. Sonya pops the Wrath of Berserker, toss onto the Nubrak, who does get hit in the face with the Pulse Bomb. And Nubrak will get the Ancestor healing just in time as Yrel pops the Ardent Defender. Cure goes down first in this engagement in the mines. Sonya had to back out, and she's actually outside of the mines. Concussion Mine onto a few enemy heroes. Sonya pops back in, looking for an angle onto the Sonya. Onto the Nubrak. There's so many low members, but there's too many members. And that is a kill onto Sonya. Malfurion to fall. Pulse Bomb onto Itrax. Can Vala, Jesus. Can Tracer make something else happen here? It doesn't look like it. Though I do got to point out, 46 skulls over to the side of Vinland Raiders.
The hunter lays a trap for his prey.
Escape from Brax is a ton of fun, but the rebalancing of heroes, I think, might have broken it. Meh. I'm no game developer. I have no idea. I've never made a game in my life, so I can't say. I'll never forget. I was talking to Kyle Dates at BlizzCon once, and I like mentioned something. I was like, oh, it'd be cool to like test out this because it was just a conversation we were having. And I was like, I can only imagine that's difficult to change. And he's like, no, that's super easy actually. He's like, I just go in and change one value here, and it changes all those things, not fixes. But I can't remember what we were talking. I think it was like a damage adjustment thing. He's like, oh, it's a super serious or super easy fix or change. But then, and then I was like, so what are the hard things? He's like, the things that you think are the easiest are always the hardest. And I was like, that makes sense. That makes sense. As I said, I've never coded. I've never made a game, so I'd be talking out of my butt if I tried to say anything. Cool fight. A very cool fight in the mines back over here around this doorway. Sonya trying to make a cool play, absolutely, as the enemy was advancing to, or as the members of Disgusting were advancing in for like a chase through the mines. Sonya goes into the backline to look for the kill. Sappers, 1, 2, 3 into the gate in the bottom lane. What's our Grave Golem hitting for here? It's the weaker of the two. 592 still into structures. Tracer sustained damages here. Look at the URL on the top left of your screen. A Nubrak jumping in. Curse Bullet, Indomitable. So much thrown out. Nice recall from Tracer. Avoids the cocoon of a Nubrak. The Grave Golem in the bottom lane starting to work on the keep. The keep front gate being cleared out by Sven. With a Grave Golem down there. Sappers plus the Siege Giants. Junkrat ripping through the air with that Ripper Ever level 13. Tracer blinks in. That's a good... Oh, wonderful Righteous Hammer from Yrel. Look at a Nubrak for the flank over on the left-hand side. Ancestral healing from Rhaegar does connect as the Tranquility from Malfurion is going to be used in this fight. We've got a lot of damage into Cure. Garrosh trying to back away. He's also got those Decimate spins. Gets a double Groundbreaker. Concussion Mine does split a few enemies away. Jaina getting very low. Pops the Ice Block. Rather Berserker from Sonya utilized as well. The bottom wave pushing up, and looks like the members of Vinland Raiders back away. Since Oz is built off of SC2, it might be fun to tinker around the SC2 editor for an hour or two. You know, I did that with Warcraft 3 when I was a lot younger, and it was just so confusing to me. It was so confusing. Maybe now that I'm a little older and I have a smoother brain, maybe I can maybe I can understand some of the stuff. I've got so much excitement for Stormgate, I really do. I'm excited to see what potential could come of that. All right. Still 20 on the horizon for both these teams. Very, very close game number 1 on Haunted Mines. Very, very evenly matched between these two teams.
Listen.
Our third, I believe this is the third objective phase of the game, is going to be up and available in 25 seconds. Looking at some camps. Sorry, I couldn't hover. It's just showing me the mine shaft. 2 seconds on that. 2.5 on that. 1 minute on that siege camp in the bottom lane. Or excuse me, the siege camp in the top lane. So in the bottom lane. Actually, they're going to push up this wave with the sappers, trying to find the extra damage into the keep over here. 20 talent to your advantage for the moment. We have the extra oomph. We've got the helicopter, the Deadly Calm for the Garrosh, who's going to be zoning back Yrel, looking for that same sort of flank as she did before. Yep, sappers to be grabbed for top as well.
This bomb's for you.
Uriel jumps over the wall, gets a little bit of Dauntless. 2.5 second on that duration for the 35 block. Nobody steps in, but it's 30 to 30, excuse me. It's 20 to 20 in our levels. Wintermute for the Jaina, Farseer's Blessing on the Rhaegar, Rewind for the Anubarak, Hunter's Blunderbuss, I believe, yep, for the Greymane, and the Seraphim Uriel. Is Seraphim self? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's the Hand of Freedom that you can target an ally with, if I'm not mistaken. A bunch of these skulls to be grabbed. Are they going to look for just bottom lane keep while the enemy's grabbing skulls? This is a bit of a gamble. This is a bit of a gamble. Where? Wait, what? They're just going to hard siege a top lane keep? I mean, actually, they're going to pull the attention into top lane, so the bottom lane will be able to grab it. We'll be able to finish out. So this is actually a really good tactic. Ancestor Healing, Farseer's Blessing gets the second, the third health bar. Kira's trying to get so many spins. Greymane dives in. The Deadly Calm is getting some value. The Riptire does get a reset, gets a second reset. Riptire after Riptire. That's the third Riptire in the row. Fourth Riptire. It's like the Hinterlands Blast we had yesterday. Yeah, that Junkrat wanted the kill on Jaina right there. After 4 Riptires, they're able to get a Jaina kill. The bottom lane keep did go down. This is what I was mentioning. I was like, ooh, I don't like the top lane siege, but it was actually a very good call. Splits the attention of Disgusting. Vinland Raiders get the bottom lane keep. They get also about 50 or so % off this keep in the top lane. And they trade the kill Garrosh for the Jaina. 20 to 26 in these skulls. Jaina Tracer gonna pick up a few more on the left-hand side. Sonya spitting through. Look at Anubarak. He burrows in onto the Junkrat, who will drop a concussion mine. There's a pulse bomb as well. Tranquility from Malfurion keeping a lot of health bars healthy as Itrax is looking just to kill Unforgiven, but Itrax is getting burned down right now. Junkrat's got some great sustained damage. Anubarak will be falling as well. I do think Uriel is gonna be... Oh, I think it's Uriel should fall here. She does have Ardent Defender. Pops that immediately to get some health from the Pulse Bomb, and alone Uriel is going to be chased down by the Sonya. I do think that realistically we should be seeing Vinland Raiders just immediately make it to the bottom lane. They should just make it through bottom lane and go right to core. Jaina is back. She did die early on, but this is still Kata's on core. Jaina does get the quick clear onto that. 45 for the Rhaegar. We have 30 to 32 seconds for the Anubarak Greymane. I do think that this is going to be the game. Kira looking just to slow down Uriel, and yeah, it's not like Kira's going to be able to get a ton of damage onto the core. It's mostly going to be that Tracer, Sonya, Junkrat. As Malfurion's being chased around by the Jaina. This will be map number 1 in our second best of 5 of the day, going over to the side of Vinland Raiders. Really well played. GG's to the Vinland Raiders. Chat, it's snowing again. Oh no, we're oh no, we're just losing subs left and right today. Oh no. Oh no. Not even 369. All right. Welcome back into Meta Madness. My name is Bahamut. We are in our second best of 5 of the day. On the left-hand side, you got Vinland Raiders. On the right, it is going to be Disgusting as we are heading into, as I had mentioned, map number 2 in this best of 5 series. It is going to be first pick over to the side of Disgusting as they opted for that as the losing team from Haunted Mines map number 1. So this will be map choice of the side of Vinland Raiders. That is how we got here. I was able to explain it before Kaimo asked, which I think Kaimo might be sleeping still because he's busy saving the world. We have a Chromie ban immediately. Let's take a look and see what do we have available for this map number 2 when it comes to some of our tanks. When it comes to tanks... Arthas, Cho, ETC, Mal'Ganis, Mabe, Muradin, Stitches, Tyrael are all up and available. So we have a decent pool of tanks and bruisers. The healer pool is starting to get a little smaller. Healer slash support, we combine them all together. We have an Abathur, Alexstrasza, Ana, Ariel, Deckard, Karazim, Lili, Lieutenant Morales, Medivh, Stukov, the Lost Vikings, Tyrande, Uther, Whitemane, and Zarya. So there's still a lot of healers and or supports available as well. We're going to go ahead and see a Lost Vikings ban. Interesting. We have not seen a Vikings ban, but I do see that we have Ucky in this. Ah! Cure was a stand-in. I see. I was wondering. I saw Ucky come online, and I was like, ooh. I wonder if they're playing in like one of the games today. And okay, apparently Cure was a stand-in wherever BRB Soaking is. If BRB Soaking is still in chat, I'm sure they'll be happy to know that they're not going to be playing up against Cure in their matchup coming soon. So we'll see a Dahaka pick up for the members of Disgusting. Nice little start for a map like Dragonshire. What will we have from Vinland Raiders? What are they leaning into? I honestly don't know what they're gonna go for, so I'm just kind of waiting. Muradin and Maiev. Okay. Muradin and Maiev. What else? For Disgusting before we get into a ban phase. Could look at a healer. Ooh. Oh, single target deletion. Okay. They're going to look for the 1-2 punch with a sort of taunt drag and into a Li Ming combo. Alrighty. And Li Ming, so probably healer ban priority. Both teams need a healer, so you might as well weaken the pool a bit. Or I guess lessen the pool, however you want to split that. Nano boosted Ana, that makes, or nano boosted Ana, nano boosted Li Ming, that actually is really annoying to deal with, so not a bad ban right there. Medivh, okay, no bird, no protection, no portals. We get into the latter half of the draft, and how are they going to round this out for the side of Vinland Raiders? They're going to need, obviously, some more wave clear. They're going to need a healer. You know, it'd be, I don't know if it's way too much into the stun realm, but an Uther to be grabbed here. He's got his cleanse. We've already seen a Rhaegar, right? Yeah, we had a Rhaegar in the last game, so I think Uther, because you can get tons of stun priority, but it's actually going to be a Kharazim Rexxar as well. Okay. Strong for the solo lane. Now this is the one, this is the map, and this is the solo lane matchup that is often considered very good for Kira. I wonder if there's any sort of consideration, any conversation from the side of Disgusting to maybe grab a Kira into the Rexxar Misha. This is the, this is Dragonshire, and I think Braxis is the one place where I feel like a lot of people talk about taking Kira into Rexxar, but it is going to be still Dahaka. I was wondering if maybe we just swap things up and Dahaka just maybe manages mid or floats around the jungle a little bit, rotating between lanes for some CC potential into the bottom, and then you just have Kira in the top lane. But it's not going to be the case. We'll see a double global to the side of Disgusting. Still really strong. To round out the draft for the Vinland Raiders, what will we finish this out with? I feel like they needed some sort of burst, some sort of mage. Yeah. I do like the Gul'dan. Double heal. Oh, you were thinking double heal for Vinland Raiders? All right. Not a bad draft from either side. I think Vinland Raiders it's a tough piece of meat to work through, but the scaling from Disgusting is really strong. I honestly don't know who I'd give this over to. It's a fun draft. It's a strong draft from either side. Alrighty, you know the deal, chat.
Hey, listen.
The prediction has begun. Dragonshire, not Dargonshire, Dragonshire. Let's go ahead and get that prediction rolling out for all of you. I will go ahead and show the level ones once we get into map number 2. Dragonshire, thank you all for being here. Thanks for hanging out. If you're having a good time, I hope you at least hit the follow button. And if you'd like to support us further, it's always much appreciated. There's your level ones. Here we go. Vinland Raiders on the left-hand side. We got Sven on the Rexxar, Misha to play Misha, Nano on the Gul'dan, Unforgiven on the Kharazim, Ucky going to be on the Muradin, and Gaff on the Maiev. Of course, I mentioned it already, but Misha, the best character. The best character in the entire game. No, it's actually Cho'Gall. Disgusting on the right-hand side. We'll be looking to put one up on the board here. We've got Alvarez on the Li Ming. iTrax will be playing the Falstad. Lava Call on this Stukov. Fry on the Dahaka. And Aryan on the Varian. Gul'dan going Chaotic Energy at level 1. We'll see Bird of Prey for the Rexar. Iron Fist for the Karazim. Uki going to be leaning into the third win for Murd and more sustainability. I do want to point out Falstad with the frequent flyer at level 1 and also Dahaka. Dahaka's going to be going into tissue regeneration. Bit of a beefier boy. Gul'dan with some damage over the far side of the wall. Li Ming looking for a reset off of the Misha, but that bear too strong. Rotates into top lane. Time to suck. Exactly, Mel. Exactly, Mel. Couldn't have said it better myself. Barrel roll in from Falstad. Sustain damage into Sven, but it won't get a kill. And iTrax forces back the Rexar to tap well. Murden, though, making a rotation up here with Unforgiven. And iTrax might be in a bit of a rough spot with that stun. And the Misha follow through with the charge.
First blood.
Oh, hold on, hold on. Mel, I got a button for you. Hold on one second. Where is it?
Give me that ding dong!
There you go, bud. Camp on the left side grabbed for Vinland Raiders. They'll also be looking at their Siege Giants with Nano. No invade over to the right-hand side onto Disgusting's camp. Good morning, Nancy. How you doing today? I have to ask, how was the food yesterday? How was your birthday celebration? Be sure to wish Nancy a happy birthday in chat. Their birthday's already happened, but why not wish them another happy birthday? Fell Flames out from the Gul'dan, continuing his Drain build. Karazim going to be going Insight at level the Air Ally, but this also, keep in mind, it gives heroes 15% spell power. I think that's something we often overlook as well. It's something we overlook with this talent. 15% spell power for Gul'dan. It was incredible. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm super glad to hear that. That chicken looks so good. Oh my god, I was so envious when you posted that in the Discord. Maybe that's what we do for one of the future cooking streams, is we just make fried chicken. I was thinking about making like chicken tenders, but honestly, like some quality fried chicken wouldn't be bad. That actually might be a really good idea. That actually might be a really good idea. Thank you, Nancy, for the idea. Misha holding the top shrine. Gul'dan, excuse me. The Stukov will be onto the point and bottom. Gul'dan trying to poke out here and there. 7 out of the 15 stacks. Going to get some great drain onto the Li Ming, and she throws an Arcane Orb back. Oh god. Goodbye, Karazim. The dive taunt combo from the members of Disgusting working out right there. Top lane. Fried chicken stromboli. What I actually want to do is, I was talking to my dad about this last night. We were on the phone just talking about random stuff, and I was like, you know, I want to make the bread that you made, but I want to cut up chorizo and put that, like, very small bits of chorizo and mix that in with the bread and do like a chorizo bread. And he's like, that sounds really good. He's like, I don't think your mom would be for it, but he's like, you know what? When we come visit in September, you and I can do that. It was boneless, skinless thighs and breasts. Oh man, that's so, it looks so good. It looks so absolutely delicious. Falstad flies into the bottom lane. Nano taking a lot of damage. Falstad gets the auto attack necessary for the kill. That's 2-2 in kills right now, but the Dragon Knight goes over to the side of Vinland Raiders. We will be seeing Sven, I believe, inside of this with the Rexar. Varian a little bit low here. Uki comes in with a Stormbolt into the face as Li Ming blinks away. Spell Power Totem from Karazim. Yeah, we don't, it's not used very often. It's usually Block Totem. And then sometimes it's the healing totem. But I like this tech from Unforgiven to supply some extra value for Nano on the Gul'dan. 10 talent tiers around the horizon, so let's, of course, go through the other numbers. 10 stacks for the Gul'dan on 1, 7 for the Rexar, 5 for the Dahaka, if I looked right, and then I think we only have 7 frequent flyer stacks for the Falstad. I do believe I saw that. Those are the stats I saw as I swapped over, because 10 talent tiers coming up soon, so we'll look at all the other numbers. Falstad clears out the Dragonite mid. Bottom lane, we still have a big ol' lurking arm from Stukov. Taunt from the Varian. A lot of damage onto Unforgiven, who gets the blink away. Dahaka Drag not connecting. Nano, though, I don't think you make it out of this one alive. Gonna try and drain. Doesn't work out. Stormbolt into the Dahaka as the disengage is had by the side of Vinland Raiders. They lose one. They lose their Gul'dan. A little too far forward in the bottom lane in that engagement. But still 10 talent here. Oh, no. Oh, nice vault to the Wardens from Gaff. Gets the Spirit of Vengeance and the blink away. You see those extra little lunar flares or the little knives falling from the sky. That's the level 4, if I'm not mistaken, from the Maiev. Okay, 7-sided Avatar Containment Disc, Horrify, and Boars. On the opposing side, Gust, Isolation, Wave of Force, Flailing Swipe, and what? Well, Varian's gonna go charge at level 10, so he's got a 4-second cooldown. That's a lot of damage. Nice Umbral Bind back into the 7-sided strike, and the Flailings don't come through in time. Containment Disc onto the Stukov, and you see the assist pings. Good night, Stukov. Meanwhile, though, just above, Falstad will be able to get the sustained damage onto the Gul'dan. Drag from Dahaka. Li Ming looking for the burst, but a Gust to force back the disengage. 2 for 1, favoring the members of Vinland Raiders, but when you take stock of everything at the end, it is still 4-4 in kills and just about 11-11 with a lead leaning into the side of Vinland Raiders. But of course, there's waves to be grabbed, and I don't think this lead is as big as it looks on the top bar.
Seize them and become the new Dragon Knight.
Why have we not seen the most important number, APM? I don't know, Trainwreck. I really don't know the answer to that. I'm very sorry. John marinated the chicken in buttermilk. See, that's honest to God, Nancy. That is the one thing that I've been learning recently as well is the value of buttermilk. Oh my God, 7-sided strikes. Oh no, Kerosene! Spirit of Vengeance? Eye track lives. Wow, I did not think the Falstad would be able to float out of that one. But it's the oh no, it's the level 7. Sorry, I had that wrong. It's Loon's Wrath is the reason you have those extra little knives falling from the sky. Good damage from the Li Ming to follow up into the taunt from Varian. Now Falstad with a hammering out will be able to burn down this Gul'dan. And I do think the bottom lane fort, it's not going to fall here, but I do think we will see Dragonite over to the members of Disgusting. Huh. One little delay buys a couple seconds for the Maiev and the Gul'dan to respawn. All right, here, Chad, here you go. Look at those buttons being pressed with zero calculated value in the game. What? Wait, what? How did that not kick? Wait. Huh? Why didn't that kick? Mash Yukon potatoes and use buttermilk in those, they were killed. Oh! That all sounds so good. Alright, Itrax will be able to throw the hammering back. Weird. I thought it's just weird interaction. Murden didn't get kicked. There's no cleanse for Karazim. He's got blinding speed and he's got Quicksilver. The cleansing dash is at 16, so I don't understand why Murden didn't go flying across the screen. But either way, whatever. 14 apiece, 4-7 in kills. And the Dragonite phase has ended. I will point out the bottom lane fort sitting very low as the top lane camp is going to be pushed up by Sven. Are you happy you got your APM? Rotation to top onto Dahaka? No, Gul'dan showing mid. This is just the danger zone over here as we have some people setting up for... Oh, no, it's no... There's actually no danger because the members of Disgusting are going to play it safe and play back by their fort area, not stepping too far out into the lanes, letting those waves crash into them. Dahaka does move up and top a bit, but that's because there's just so much rotation into the bottom lane area. 10 minutes into Dragonshire, map number 2, and it still is close between these two teams. Li Ming checking some of the bushes, Varian trying to play out of vision as well. And Dahaka will be scouted out in the rotation down to mid, but Gaff is just going to back away into the bush. Karazim moving up onto the fort right here, maybe trying to pull the enemy into the lane. That's going to be a taunt onto Uki, who has to pop the Avatar, but the Lurking Arm and the Li Ming are just too strong. We've got a nice charge from Misha, but that's what I was waiting for. I was holding my breath. The Gust, the Flailing Swipe. There are two options there to disengage that fight. Muradin goes down. They break the wrist. They walk away. Really well played from Disgusting.
Take hold of the shrines. Earn the Dragon Knight's power.
Sorry, I thought my little tea warmer was off it. Not the case. All right. That 8th kill does push a talent tier advantage. A little bit of experience right there. Dahaka going for the channel into mid, and I don't think this will be contested in time. Nope. There you go, chat. There's your APM again. While we have a Dahaka inside the Dragonite, chase on to Nano in the bottom lane. A 16 will be achieved to the side of Vinland Raiders as well. Muradin dwarf tossing in, gets a little bit of armor, 30 physical and a spell for a few moments there. That's a taunt onto this Karazim. Lurking Arm underneath, denying any sort of dash away as the 16s are here. Muradin with the dwarf launch. The Dragonite in bottom lane taking a lot of damage. Almost going to take down the fort down here. I do think it's getting quite close to being able to do that. Li Ming supplying some extra damage as well. Misha jumps in for a little charge. Uki with a huge dwarf launch in. The gust out from Falstad. And the burrow under the ground from Dahaka is going to deny any sort of... Oh, wait, but the Falstad will be horrified. Varian as well. Lurking Arm to try and deny. Hey, we got a reset for Li Ming, but the flailing swipes put Uki right next to the Li Ming. No, they want the Stukoff. Lurking Arm, low blow. Vault of the Warden, and that is a triple kill to the members of Vinland Raiders. What a turnaround right there. What a turnaround from Vinland Raiders. Rexar is done with the Hunter-Gatherer level 4 as those 25 regeneration globes. Bottom lane being pushed out by Gul'dan. Mid lane fort will go down as well. A double fort phase. Will they make the rotation and steal this camp? Nah, it won't be quick enough. But still, double fort phase, really good to the side of Vinland Raiders. We got some low death timers to be completed. Falstad about to respawn, as well as Varian. 9 seconds on the Stukoff as top lane. Stormbolt will be wide. Maiev comes in. Umbral Bind pulls back the Dahaka. Muradin, does he have Skullcracker? He does. He's got those mini stuns. The camp is in this top lane. Stormbolt a little too early right there. Gust from the Falstad, but he's got the launch out. Li Ming looking for some displacement with a wave of force. Varian going for the slow. Taunt. Li Ming combo. Uki taken down. Bottom lane has Siege Giants working their way into that lane. They're already going to be on the keep front gate getting some great damage. Top lane still being sieged in. Dahaka to Hearth back to go deal with bottom lane. Gul'dan sees the Varian trying to step in over here. Horrify is available if they really need it. Umbrobind does pull the Varian. Ooh, okay. Hold on. Horrify onto Li Ming. Can she get the blink over the wall? The Umbrobind doesn't pull her in time. The containment disc not connecting. Dahaka, as I mentioned, will clear out the bottom lane. Does get some damage onto the keep front gate as Gul'dan supplies more damage. Misha will go down on top. That's a reset for Li Ming. And she throws in another combo trying to get some poke onto the Rexar. Falstad channeling the top. Dahaka still working on the bottom lane wave. Not going to be able to get to the bottom shrine fast enough. Will Falstad go for flight? Does he have it? He's got it in 9 seconds. Going to just continue to soak up the top lane as we have 41 stacks for the Falstad currently. I'm just looking at other talents to make note of. Dahak is done with his level 1. No other really talents to talk about. At least questing-wise. Elongated Tongue, though, at level 16 for the Dahaka. Looking for that extra drag range potential. The sidewalls to be taken down. The camp and the wave is approaching the top lane fort. Level 20s are closer to Vinland Raiders, even though they have less kills, just late game kills. Dahaka brushstalks in, and the Stormbolt will not connect. That's a cleanse onto the Muradin, if I'm not mistaken. Cleansing dash level 16, helping out a ton right there. Vault of the Warden avoids the Arcane Orb. Li Ming still trying to poke in. Gust from the Falstad. Containment Disc onto this Varian. And that's the end of the engagement for now. I think we're looking for 20s really quickly off these waves. Varian set up in the bush. Will they be able to catch the Maiev? She gets another Vault of the Wardens out. That's a taunt from Varian. Falstad flying in, and Maiev does go down. 7-sided strike. Feel like this is a defensive tool just to buy a window to get a dash target. Misha gonna be dragged. Gonna be a reset for Li Ming once again. Muradin is holding bottom lane, so there is that slight delay onto any sort of Dragonite. Misha and Rexar, actually just Rexar right now. Misha's dead for 14 seconds. Gonna recap the top lane. Falstad, he's floating to mid. He's not going to be able to get the Dragonite in time, unfortunately. Muradin able to Dwarf Toss back out of the bottom. He should be fine here, as the fort will be sniped by Li Ming. Man, oh man, the map is getting tense here as the outer layers are peeled back. We still have top lane fort for both sides. Falstad gets control. Misha lurking on from the Stukov, delaying things out. I think this is given. Yeah, I think this is given right here. Some well taps and 8 seconds on Maiev. Alrighty, Dragonite, Varian inside. Let's take a look at the Dragonite stats. We haven't really looked at any of those throughout the game. Can I click on the Dragonite? There we go. 765 damage into structures. 1 auto per second. The Haka in the bush right behind, but I think he's going to step up to help siege into all of this. Looking at the level 20s really quickly, we do have the Storm Shield for the Karazim. Rewind, Shadow Orb, Huntress, Repulsion, Controlled Chaos, Banner, or Glory to the Alliance, Isolation with the Upgrade Contagion, and the Wind Tunnel for Falstad. Some Controlled Chaos here and there. Varian inside the Dragonite is stopped. That does expire. Misha gets the charge. Muradin with the rewind. Stormbolt, Skullcracker. Wind Tunnel into the wall. Wind Tunnel into the wall. This is insane damage. Potential. Yes, Karazim will go down. The Horrify from the Gul'dan. But look at Lava Call. So very low. Maiev wants the kill into this Stukov, but she just can't get it. Doesn't want to give a reset over to Li Ming. And Falstad gets the kill. Oh no, is this the beginning of the end? So many low red health bars, but a big heal out from Stukov. Oh man, a double kill to the side of Disgusting. They might be taking us into a map number 2, 1-1 here. Drag onto Misha, Banner out from the Varian. Misha dead for 20 seconds, 32 on Karazim, 40 on the Maiev. They're going for core, chat. They're going for it. Disgusting, looking to take a map in this series. Can they do it? Core shielding is starting to fall a little bit here. The rocks being thrown out as well. The Banner, the Glory to the Alliance. Gul'dan trying to poke at that. Aki comes in with a huge Dwarf launch, takes out the Banner. The core shielding is down. The core HP is falling rapidly. Karazim in 10 seconds. Maiev in 20. The Wind Tunnel from Falstad. I think that's the window that they needed to equalize in this best of 5 series. GG. Well played. Over to the side of Disgusting. They equalize in this best of 5. Alrighty, okay. Let's pay out the people. Choose the outcome. Which team wins Dragonshire? It was Disgusting. Nicely played. Welcome back into Meta Madness, map number 3 in our second best of 5 of the day. We're going to Battlefield of Eternity. If you did miss it, the members of Vinland Raiders who did lose the last map opted for first pick priority. That means that Disgusting is the one who chose this map. So Battlefield of Eternity in the Meta Madness. Thank you all once again for hanging out. Thank you again, Nancy, for the 1,000 bits. That's super generous of you. And I'm happy to be able... I'm glad there are people who, you know... I know that, like, there's probably tons of viewers on other Twitch channels, but I appreciate the people that are hanging out here. You know, a bunch of you asked me for this, and I'm happy that I can do this for all of you. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed the games. These are also going up on YouTube. They'll have spoiler-free stuff at the end of it, so that way you can't see how much time actually was played. I also cut out the in-between time, so it's just game. It's just literally game, draft, lobby. Like, it's just, there's no in-between. It's just games and drafts and games and drafts. So, Battlefield of Eternity. Let's go ahead and see what the bands continue to be, as it's Lunara Chromie. Welcome back, Rarity. Lunara Chromie. Any Sylvanas bands? Any Sylvanas bands? It might be actually forced by Disgusting to make that Sylvanas ban happen. Medivh. Not his best map, but still don't want to deal with him. Can't blame that whatsoever. Alrighty, let's see. What do we have for tanks that are up and available? Tanks available are Arthas, Cho, ETC, Mal'Ganis, May, Stitches, and Tyrael. Do we have any bans onto any of those tanks right here? I think this is still going to be Sylvanas. Oh! Wait, Sylvanas is up and available. I think you snapped the Sylvanas from Vinland Raiders, no?
Victory for the Forsaken.
Vinland Raiders get that immediate Sylvanas snap. Cannot blame that choice whatsoever. Okay, next two picks. Into the Sylvanas, what do they want to roll with here? Sylvanas, Mind Control, Wailing Arrow, Mobility, something to lock her down maybe? Varian's already been played. Garrosh has already been played as well. Yeah, it was played by Cure earlier on. Oh, wow! Early Artanis and a Tyrande as well. I like it! I love some Tyrande, and I love the Artanis in this. The Artanis is going to be really fun. Maybe we'll get Protector of Ire, who, you know, Protector of Ire is so good for Battlefield of Eternity. Anna Malthael, dear lord, this is already scary from both sides, to be honest. Is there a consideration for a Stitches ban from either of them, realistically? Tyrande Stitches, really, really good for the combo. Sort of, you know, hook into Lunar Flare, followed up by Huntress Mark. But even then, hook into Mind Control, or like Gorge Mind Control, Sleep Dart. I feel like both teams could be looking at Stitches here. Though the Tyrael's not bad either. Now there's the Stitches ban. Tyrael's not a bad idea either for Vinland Raiders because of just how Tyrael can speed things up and shield for allies, speeding things up for Malthael, chasing in Sylvanas as well. Anna maybe disengaging. What do we have for our next ban from Vinland Raiders? They could go for a tank priority ban. They could look at something that races against the Immortal. It's gonna be the Tyrael. Okay. So, Tyrael Stitches are out. What's up, Green Star? How you doing, bud? Happy Sunday to you. Alrighty, we're getting into the latter half of the Battlefield draft in this Map 3 of the Best of 5 series. What is it? I like it. It's Meta Madness. I have no idea what they lean into. I mean, we could see a Valera Murky. But instead, it's not. They are not cowards. Or they are cowards, maybe, because they didn't take Valera Murky. No, ETC Raynor's pretty good here. ETC Raynor, really nice sort of just combo together. Jaina was already played in this best of 5, I think, right? Jaina was, yes, Jaina was played. Illidan would be great. Illidan's great for either of these teams. Just getting ready for your trip to California in 2 weeks, taking a break. Where are you going? Where are you going to in California, if you don't mind me asking? Where are you going? What you doing? Thrall May. Nice. Okay, this is just a solid composition for Vinland Raiders. Crash Lightning Thrall? Crash Lightning Thrall? Alright, we got Zagara as well for Disgusting. That's an interesting draft for both sides. I lean into Vinland Raiders a little bit heavier for their draft. May is not like the best tank in the world, but I mean, what other choices do you have at this point for a main tank? Let's see. They had Mal'Ganis, Arthas, or Cho'Gall, and yeah, I guess you kind of that's what you get. Well, either way, let's go ahead and jump into the cast. I will start a prediction for all of you. You know the deal. You know the drill.
Hey, listen.
The gamble will begin in just a moment. Let me write out the map name. Battlefield of Eternity. Alrighty, which team will win Battlefield of Eternity? So I'm just trying to also get this prediction closer to when we actually load into the game. There we go. Prediction has been opened up. Let's go ahead and load into map number 3. We're guaranteed at least 4 maps in the series, and map number 4, that's typically when the drafts start to get into the weeds here, because you're limited on tanks, and so we start to see some creative drafts. Map 4 is where things start to get really creative. But there's your level 1s. You'll see them popping up as let's go ahead and check out what we've got here for map number 3, Battlefield of Eternity. On the left-hand side, we're looking at Vinland Raiders, Uki on the May, Nano on the Sylvanas, Unforgiven on the Ana, Sven to play the Thrall, and this will be Gaflo on the Malthael. To the right-hand side of our map, we are looking at Disgusting, Rai on the Artanis, who will go into the amateur opponent at level 1, Alvaris on the Zagara, Aeron on the Iron on the Arion, I'm so sorry to the player. On the ETC, iTrax will be playing the Rainer and Lavical on the Tyrande. Sentinel? It didn't hit!
Now this is pod racing.
Will Arco blind or laser? I feel like they go into Sylvanas and Thrall and Malthael. I think you want to go into the Suppression Pulse. Purifier Beam is more fun for sure, but I definitely think it's a Suppression Pulse game with what they're playing up against. Also, at level 20, I mean, the way that these games have been going, they've been getting pretty late for this best of 5. I would expect at level 20 we see the upgrade for the double Suppression Pulse. Top lane swap onto Malthael, but he's fine. Sustained damage from the Rainer is just poke. Thrall is not going to go Crash Lightning, unfortunately. We will see Echo of the Elements. Unfortunate for us. And really nothing else out of the ordinary. We do have a rotation into top lane from Thrall to try and help alleviate Malthael. We got a swap from the Artanis. Thrall and Malthael chasing onto the 2 enemies, but sustained damage from iTrax, and the wave needs to be cleared. Thrall waiting actually a second there to get a couple extra stacks on the Echo of the Elements. Nice little delay on that. Also, it keeps the wave closer to the fort front gate, forcing the enemy to rotate further forward. As the Tyrande Lunar Flare goes out, Nano gets the Haunting Wave. 100 and something HP on the Sylvanas, so she is dodging Unforgiven's healing darts left and right. I'm sure in comms they're like, please stop dodging my healing darts. Gaff is going to be able to get the Hearth out as Malthael. Ooh, in the bottom lane, Unforgiven. Nice icing from Uki, saves the moment. Unforgiven with a couple hundred HP. Actually, oh no!
Headshot.
Unfortunate for Tyrande, but in the top lane, Thrall does go down as well. This Malthael shall die. Sylvanas may be getting a counter kill. Nice. Nice kill into the Rainer, at least. At least some sort of counter kill. How unfortunate for the Ana with that. Oh my god. That was actually quite funny. I'm sorry to the Ana player, but that was funny for me. Immortals spawning in the north-south position. Artanis just going for a blade dash, no phase prism swap. Thrall clearing out the wave up here. Rainer grabbing the bruiser camp on the right. Malthael to do the same on the left, and the objective phase will be up in about 10 seconds or so. Lunar Flare follow up onto Uki, pops the Cryo Freeze, getting back to full HP. Did go for the icing upgrade, the cold front at level 4. No slush ball. No battery backup either. Camps are going to be simultaneously grabbed. They're going to get into the lane a little late, but that's okay. iTrax will pop the W and start just shredding through the Immortal. Going to be dropping it down to about 75% HP. Zagara with a few Banelings in as well. Thrall. No level 10. He wasn't even going to be able to land a root. Tyrande, by the way, a Loon's Chosen and Venom Spines for the Zagara. Sylvanas with the Unstable Poison at level 4 for some fast wave clears. Zagara's got some great creep in the bottom lane spread around. Artanis gonna back away and look for the race onto the Immortal. Yes, indeed. ATC Power Slide. May is taking a ton of damage. Oh my god, Unforgiven with some great heals. And the Immortal phase, wow, we're looking at what? The caster math, 610 difference 590 difference. Yeah, 590 or so difference. Really, really close. Couple auto difference right there between the two. And now we see the race. Malthael was in bottom lane. He wasn't available to help out. And that is First Immortal over to the side of Disgusting. Goes into the top lane. How much siege will it get? We'll check that out after we see the engagement onto Gaff over here. ETC with a fantastic power slide. Nice face melt as well. Biter Grenade coming out from Ana, but ETC don't care. Zagara's got the Baneling snipe. Big Bad Belith in the top lane. Let's check out his damage stats as he's 546 standard into structures 1092. And I apologize for the Thrall, who does go down in the bottom lane. This is going to be a split siege from the members of Disgusting to let the Immortal do Immortal things in top, and they shall confirm a fort front gate in bottom. Now, how much further can they go? They've got great damage on this red team, and I do think, yes, the fort shall fall. Tyrande with a scout into the north side of the map. We can actually see it connecting onto Ucky. The Immortal will go down, getting, what, 10% off that fort, but as I mentioned, bottom lane fort will fall. Malthael not able to defend. Southern California, Orange County, going to my friend's wedding and spending time with their family, or with your family. Nice! Enjoy it. I hope it's a blast. You should go to Universal as well. Universal's always, I don't know, my California geography is not the best, but if Universal's not far, like, that's a fantastic little day trip or half day trip. Like, man, Universal's a blast. Very much love going there. Zagara creep being cleared out here and there as we cycle through the other numbers. This is also Itrax in the top with just clear quickly in the help of Artanis to grab a camp. Rolling them, they're mounting up. No, it's just a rotation in the top. ETC looking for the slow. Ooh. No, there's no one around to actually get a kill into Malthael. It's just threat of presence, realistically. Thrall is also going to be clearing things out in top. Half a level to go for 10 talent here. Disgusting. Really starting to build up their own momentum or their own pressure with the experience advantage. Next Immortal phase, east-west positioning. Bottom lane is going to be having some siege with the ETC Zagara. Malthael doing their best to slow down that siege and poke at the enemy heroes, but it's just not enough. ETC power slides right into the face of the gate. 10 talent here. Lunar Flare, Devouring Maw, Suppression Pulse. There's the Suppression Pulse. ETC drops a mosh onto this Malthael, tanking tower shots. Healing reductions out as well, and ETC shall fall. That is an unfortunate play. Raynor holding 10. Banshee for faster race potential? I honestly, Banshee or Hyperion, they're both great options. It's gonna be Banshee, okay. Banshee for sustained damage and also race. You can also scout with it as well. 10 talent here about to be here for the side of Vinland Raiders. Another Sentinel from Tyrande connecting. I gotta say, Lavacol with these Sentinels are on point. Swap from the Artanis will connect onto Gaff as the Immortal spins and Raynor finds the sustained damage to get the kill. Nano boost onto Sylvanas as she tries to jump into the backline with the Hunting Wave. And yes, she gets the kill onto Zagara, but now a counter kill from the Artanis as ETC is right next to that Hunting Wave. Sven goes down. He gets the icing out. Does ETC have a power slide to chase? Nah, he's gonna get bopped by the Immortal. Ana drops a sleep dart on the far side, and the camp will be left and leashed.
Must find another way.
All right, the Immortals in the north-south position for race once again. The Thrall is back. Zagara on her way as well. Raynor's, there's that Banshee, as I mentioned, just going to be able to consistently get damage onto the Immortal, and Raynor backs away. The Malthael tries to jump in. Last Rites is available. We've already seen the Sundering, the Nano. The Ice Wall is 1 second away as well, but a very healthy Belith moves back into top lane as it is the more well-defended lane. 1,284 damage into them structures. 3 to 8 in kills, and we've got most of our heroics off cooldown for the side of Disgusting. ETC mosh up in 5 seconds. Banshee dead for the next 20. And let's see what Belith is able to do here. Artanis is on the low side of this, looking for maybe a swap onto a target. Onto a low health pool target like Sven, who's so low. The Sundering after the Ice Wall. ETC drops a huge mosh. The Malthael's nano boosted, but he's just standing still from ETC's mosh. Oh my god, is Disgusting just cleaning up this fight. The Immortal, still shielded, is going to be getting some ranged auto attacks into this keep front gate. And with 3 dead for about 10 seconds on average, this is looking like a keep shall fall quite quickly. The burst, and the sustained damage and the race damage into these structures is insanely strong for Disgusting. Are they looking for a 10-minute battlefield? 10-minute battlefield is possible here. The swap from Artanis, he's gonna blade dash through a few enemies. Oh, Rai getting low on this Artanis. There's a Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. Things are not going too good. Last rites onto the Tyrande. She's alive? And Malthael falls? No, he's actually not dead. Lavacle. It's ETC, Artanis falling. The core shielding is gone. The Immortal's still getting damaged. Raynor trying so hard. 13%, 12%, and it's gonna be stalled out at that. Zagara drops a bunch of Banelings. Malthael can't get close enough to Tyrande. She's able to run away. It's not a team kill, but god dang it, we have a low HP core. That was, these Sentinels from Lavacle are insane. Woo! Malthael backs away and through the top corridor. We've got Mei grabbing a camp in the bottom lane. Fallen Shaman for the top. Another Sentinel to scout out. Doesn't see the enemy on their camp. The assumption is, well, they just saw that bottom pop, so they know that someone's down there. Artanis and Raynor to go to top lane to clear things out. The rest of the team to rotate to bottom. ETC getting Mosh Pit off a cooldown. Didn't go for Encore at level 13. That is going to be a Devouring Maw, not connecting onto Nano. ETC power sliding forward. Ice Wall from the main, not connecting on anyone, but there is a little bit of terrain that ETC is going to have to maneuver around here. Oh, Lunar Flare from Tyrande, as well as the Starfall. ETC gets the power slide out. Some resources spent from the side of Disgusting, but also Ice Wall and Sundering from the Mei Thrall. Top lane camp is pushing on in. Artanis and Raynor steal the camp over here before the rotation is had. Oh man, I think they're going to go straight for the race. Straight into the race. Raynor and the rest are burning this Immortal down. Alarian, he's going to be sitting around 60% HP as the Banshee is pulled back. All right. Banshee going to heal up over here on the right-hand side out of combat. 16 talent tier advantage, almost there for the side of Disgusting as Vinland Raiders. Oh, Artanis, what are you doing there, bud? Vinland Raiders step up for the objective. Artanis is pushing up a wave in bottom. Interesting. This is pushing up a wave in bottom lane as, okay. All right, now he'll join in. Immortals will go to the 50%, but Thrall goes down at the top of our screen. Swap from the Artanis. Nano is going to be Nano boosted from Unforgiven. Raynor trying to chase in with the Banshee. That getting stunned out. Nano with 0 HP. Artanis cleaning up that. This is going to be map number 3 over to the side of Disgusting. They rush through top lane. They avoid the stun of the Immortal, and the Katos are already arriving. Lone, well, actually, it's not Lone, but Mei and Ana to defend, and I don't think Overwatch will be able to deny this. Nice sidestep of that. Uki is going to be getting an icing out. ETC drops the Mosh. Sleep immediately. What if everyone just dies? What if Itrax just dies right here? Core shielding is being scratched now. This should be game. Over to the side of Disgusting. What a lovely game. Seriously, what a really great matchup here. I know it was dominant from Disgusting, but it was a dominant showing from Disgusting. All right, we'll wait till we get to the next lobby. I do have to run to the bathroom, but I'll wait till we have a lobby up and available and all that good stuff. All right, where are we going to for map number 4? Could be the final map in this best of 5. They all just have heart attacks at the computer. All yeah. They have heart attacks and all click to go away. Who wins Battlefield? Disgusting won Battlefield. Looks like the members of Vinland Raiders want first pick priority. So map pick will once again come out from the Disgusting crew. I believe that is how it went last time. Yes, indeed it was. Yeah. Disgusting chose Battlefield. That was disgusting. Indeed, Tacitus. Indeed. Ready? Back over to Bandit now. Welcome back into Meta Madness, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bahamut. On the left, it's Vinland Raiders. On the right is Disgusting. This is a best-of-5 series, and we're heading into map number 4. This could be a 3-1 favoring the side of Disgusting. We're going to find out here in just a moment. As Alterac Pass, the draft has begun. So the first ban, what are we going to get rid of? Sylvanas is no longer available, and funny enough, for how much priority Sylvanas gets in the ban phase throughout the days and such that we've been casting, she did not seem as powerful as I anticipated for her. So really good play from Disgusting in that into the battlefield map, and as I mentioned, this will be first pick priority chosen by Vinland Raiders as they're the losing team. So Disgusting will be taking us and choosing to take us to Alterac Pass. Thinking hard about this level, this first ban of the game here. Thinking really hard about what they don't want to deal with on a map like Alterac Pass. And it's Medivh. Okay. Gonna use that first ban to get rid of Medivh. No bird shenanigans this game. But there's still things like Cho'Gall. I want a Cho'Gall so bad. We got denied twice yesterday. Twice! Can you believe it? Also, as a reminder, we have our cooking stream coming up in a few hours. Chromie banned away as well. Okay, Chromie ban. What else do we get? Oh god, it's hard because you're trying to think of like every hero that's available, but it's also like, oh, what do you not want to deal with? Like Abathur. Like Abathur would be really annoying to deal with on a map like this. Do you consider banning him? Like Abathur Illidan is something you can have here. Abathur and Samuro. There's so many annoying things to deal with. Oh, a tank ban. Okay. The available tanks now: Arthas, Cho, Stitches, Tyrael. 4 tanks are available. Oh, Razno, don't do this to me. Stop it. How you doing today, bud? Happy Sunday to you. Hope you're well. Thanks for swinging by the stream. Lucio banned away. Alrighty. What are we going to get for our first pick? What are we leaning into for Vinland Raiders? Honestly, don't know. Like, I just don't know at this point with how the I was going to say, with how limited the hero draft theories can be with just less and less tanks, it starts to get very interesting. Let's go, Cho'Gall. Freaky, I'm right there with you. We got denied twice yesterday, and I'm still teaming over it. Was Tychus played in this series already? No, Tychus wasn't played in this series yet. Neither was Zul'jin. Deckard, Kayn, and Zul. Okay. Doesn't really show the direction of the draft. Just strong healer and solo laner for a map like this. Wait, White Mane and Kael'thas, okay. Hook into Gravity Lapse and stuff like that, okay. All right, yeah, you know, this is fun so far. I like this. Ban phase wise, maybe we look at getting rid of some solo laners, some bruisers. That might be the direction to head into. Diva, Chen, Gazlo, Imperius, Ragnaros wouldn't be a bad ban actually. But a Lost Vikings ban will be had. Alright, no Vikings for a map of Alterac Pass. I have not actually had the chance to see Vikings yet. No, wait, have I? I don't think I've seen Vikings in my casting of Meta Madness. I'm sure there's someone's played Vikings. Oh, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? What are you going to be banning out here? Okay, Zeratul is removed. Varian was played earlier, right? Yes, he was. Okay. Just considering what you could actually do on top of just the lockdown from Deckard and Zul. I mean, they could just Cho'Gall it right here, but the enemy could then just grab a Tyke. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a Cho'Gall setup to me. Yeah, there's the Tyrael, Gazlo. So Zool for one lane, Gazla for the other, and then they just get a sustained auto attacker to be able to grab the camps with Tyrael and Deckard. Or Tyrael manages mid, and then Deckard and the range assassin go and grab the camp. Yeah, like Cassie is up and available. Illidan, if you want to grab that. Lunara, Mephisto, Orphea. Samuro's still up and available. Tassadar, the Butcher, Tychus. I mean, I'm surprised Tychus isn't actually being looked at by any of these teams right here, right now. Oh, I would really hope that there's a Tychus. I really hope that Disgusting picks up a Tychus to round out their draft. I think it would be extremely strong against the Leoric Deathwing and the Stitches. You could even go Draken Laser Drill if you wanted to go for a little bit of fancy tech, but... Malthael was already played. I'm just thinking of, like, percent-based damagers and stuff like that. Yeah, I think Tychus is the call, realistically. I think it rounds out the draft nicely. Oh, okay. Nazebo. Look. Sorry. I swapped over my follow alerts through the Twitch alerts, and that was the first follow of the day. Thank you, Doomed, for the follow. I appreciate that. I was hoping that I can get a follow so I can see how it looks. It actually looks pretty clean. Alrighty, let's go ahead and swap into the cast. I will go ahead and start the prediction. Which team wins Alterac Pass? Which team will win Alterac Pass? Of course, you know the deal.
Hey, listen.
We will be getting into our gamble in just a second here. And I will also show you the level 1s. All right, so which team wins Alterac Pass? You can go ahead and predict who you think will win. It's a good draft from both sides. The Nazebo's very interesting. I kind of feel like this series can go to a map number 5. I think Vinland Raiders could take us to a map 5 here, but we're going to find out very soon. There's your level 1s. Let's introduce the players and the teams. We got Sven on the Leoric, Unforgiven on the White Mane, Ucky to be playing the Stitches. We've got Nano on the Kael'thas and Gaff on the Deathwing. That is your Vinland Raiders. To the right side of our map, we are seeing Disgusting looking to close things out in a 3-1 through Alterac Pass. Itrax on the Zool. Avaris on the Nazebo. We got Aryan on the Tyrael, Lavacal on the Deckard, and Rai playing the Gazlo. You still got time for your predictions, as I am apparently very hoarse all of a sudden. Got time for your predictions? Get them on in! Kael'thas will be going into Regeneration Globe. Same thing with the Tyrael, Ardent Restoration. Zool holding level 1. Is it Backlash up against a Deathwing Leoric Stitches? I kind of feel like you want Backlash. Kind of feel like you want that Backlash. Hook will connect onto the Zool. He actually goes into Shade at level 1, and Itrax getting low! The potions from Deckard, are they enough? The Gravity Lapse is great, and that will be Kael'thas finding first kill and first blood to the members of Vinland Raiders, as the snowstorm just gets heavier and heavier outside. God dang it. I look up and just the snow, like it's even more intense. God dang. Oh boy. I'm ready for spring, chat. I'm ready for spring. Okay, split off for the camp. Tyrael to manage mid. Deckard and Zool will work on this together. As you saw earlier, 1 kill has already gone over to the members of Vinland Raiders. We'll see if they're able to continue that momentum and that threat throughout the game. But an early game kill yields what? A couple hundred HP or a couple hundred experience. Not that much to really set a major difference between the two teams. Excellent Gravity Lapse. Yeah, the early Gravity Lapse right here onto the Zool was fantastic, followed up by the Deathwing with his Molten Flame. Speaking of Deathwing in the bottom lane up against the Gazlo, we'll be going into the Molten Blood at level 1. We have the Phaeton to Death for the Leoric. Patrick Creation for that Stitches. Didn't note some of those other talents right there. We also have the Field Study for the Deckard Cain, so it's going to be Spell Power Amplification 20%, up to 40% for him. 16-second duration on that one. You've had the worst winter. This has been a rough winter. It's been a rough winter. Between the hot tub breaking, the snow blow breaking, everything on fire. Like, yeah, it's been a hard winter. Medical bills. it's been a rough one. I'm ready for spring when, you know, my gas bill is not $300 and something for the month. You know? That's what I'm excited for. Also, there's going to be so much, you know, there's so much snow and everything in the mountains. The lake is going to be nice and full, so, like, swimming on the beach is going to be great. Like, we're actually going to have a beach that you can go swimming at. You don't have to walk hundreds of feet out from the shoreline just to be able to get, like, belly deep. That's how it was last year. The lake was just so far out. Deathwing with a little Earth Shatter into bottom lane. We are going to continue to have our progression in level 7 talent tier on the horizon for both these teams. Still good soak between both of them, and we have another null pack camp for both sides. Good timing from both teams as well. He ran into and out of heavy snow from Ipsy. Oh. God, Ypsilanti is a, that's a fun place. There's a lot of cool stuff in Ypsilanti. I mean, there's Clutch Cargoes, which was a church, then it was a venue, then it was a church, then it was a venue. And now I think they're trying to make it a church again? I can't remember. They're either trying to make it a church again or make it a venue again. It's one or the other, but it just keeps going back and forth. Kael'thas trying to throw out some Flame Strikes, some Living Bomb value as well to be applied to the wave, just to clear things out and zone back the enemy. Nice Flame Strikes onto the wave as well. And we're going to be seeing the level 7 Sunfire enchantment. Activating Verdant Spears causes Kael'thas' next basic 2 attacks. Kael'thas' next 2 basic attacks to instead deal 151 spell damage if both of these attacks hit an enemy hero, gain 50% spell power for 10 seconds. So are we looking at a Pyroblast? This is a talent that I often see with a lot of Kael'thas that go into Pyroblast. It's a nice little amplification onto a target. Gravity Lapse, 2 autos, and then Pyroblast, and yeah, right? 2 autos? Yeah. 2 autos, 15%, and then you Pyro them. Your backyard is squishy from all of the rains. My backyard is just snow. My backyard is snow and a path that Bandit has managed to trudge out. Trudge? Nano getting low here. Healing reduction from the Decker Cane, level 7 on his Emerald. Gravity Lapse from the Kael'thas. Tyrael taking a bit of damage. Objective phase still not contested. 10 talent here, right around the corner for both of these teams. Faster to the side of Vinland Raiders. Tyrael avoids the hook from Ucky. Once again, Zool and Deckard grab the camp over on the right-hand side. Skimming through some of the other numbers just to see if there's anything of note. And the 2 kills have just been into Zool so far. Not that big of a deal. Kael'thas is going to try and work his way around this, avoiding some of the damage from the Null Pack by body blocking. Using some of the other Nulls to body block the other. It's a tactic I seen, Justin taught it to me back for, like, night camps and stuff. You can rotate around and be able to pull some of the Knights. Pull one of the Knights around, it doesn't even get autos into you. That is going to be another kill to the side of Vinland Raiders as the Nazebo does go down. 10 apiece in our levels as you have the Robo Goblin, Gargantuan for the Nazebo, Sanctification for the Tyrael, Stay Well and Listen for the Deckard, and the Skeletal Mages for said Zool. It is a Phoenix Kael'thas, no Pyroblast. We will have the Scarlet Aegis from this white main. Gorge Stitches, 30 seconds on that. Bellowing Roar from the Deathwing, and Entomb from the Leoric. Of course, it's not Pyroblast, so it's Phoenix. Still, no contested time on the objective phase. Maybe Deathwing looking for it here, just taking out some of these summonables from Zool. We will have a bit of damage into the Tyrael in bottom lane. Living Bomb is applied. Gonna let that Living Bomb expire. Another one actually onto Tyrael. And they go down, a 4th kill to the side of Vinland Raiders. A little bit of duration, death timer duration reduced for the Tyrael. Wow, that was a mouthful to say.
Now we hold the line. Fight near the cage.
Zool in the top lane, quickly clearing things out, soaking up for the team. The experience is starting to lean in favor for the side of Vinland Raiders. Robo-Gobble Gazlo is a little difficult for Sven to deal with right now. But the objective phase shall be channeled by Vinland Raiders. Chad, I do think we're going to head into a map number 5. At the rate we're going for Vinland Raiders, I'm not trying to caster curse them. I honest to God think with 4-0 in kills, the first objective, some good initial siege, I do think Vinland Raiders could take us to that illustrious map number 5 where the drafts get real interesting. Living Bomb onto the Nazebo. Hook Gorge onto the Tyrael. All right, we'll see if there's anything that can actually be done with this because he gets the Eldruin's Might and he's out. It's a short cooldown for Gorge, 65 seconds. Moderately spammable. Zul doing his best to throw out some of those Spectral Scythes to get some clear. The Molten Flame from Deathwing as he pops the Lava Burst, the Earth Shatter. There's Itrax gonna drop a oh my god, a Bone Prison onto the Deathwing, but it doesn't matter because it's Deathwing. We all know that. Leoric is doing Leoric things with the Drain Hope on Gazlo, and the amplified damage is something that Gazlo has to respect. Tyrael coming in for a flank. Will Leoric be able to Wraith Walk out? He's got, oh, actually, he doesn't have the, he has Spectral Leech at level 13. He doesn't have the upgrade on his Wraith Walk. My apologies, Zul does go down in the top lane to Kael'thas. Looks like there might have been a, nope, no Gorge. It's actually still on a 7 or so second cooldown. Gazlo pressuring out the Leoric as the Fort Front Gate did take some damage mid lane. Same sort of thing as bottom, but top lane, decent damage and decent siege. Tyrael gonna see the Stitches in the rotation. They just kind of say hi to each other. I do want to point out that the Kael'thas does have 20 stacks on his level 1, so he's got that Arcane Barrier up and active. Hook going out. We also will see the Ancient Blessings for the Decker Kane level 13. Could be a big team fight turnaround moment. Ah, Echoes of Death for the Zul. So we're going to be looking at healing reduction later on in Zul's build. We should see the Decrepify at level 13 and then the Mortal Wound at level 20. Mortal Wound has I believe, a healing reduction of 75. And since you have the Echoes of Death, more size are be coming out, so it's just extra healing reduction. We have a Stitches who rotated into bottom, probably got a good hook onto the Gazlo, and that allowed Leoric to be able to follow up with enough damage, as Gazlo's turret's going to expire, and we have Leoric getting some great siege to the bottom lane. Deathwing going to be able to back out of this top, didn't really actually take much, and actually no, it's a hook onto the Nazebo, body blocked, zombie wall. Stitches is the only one inside that zombie wall. Sanctification from the Tyrael. Unforgiven, needing to back away. Scarlet Aegis is available and will be utilized. Gravity Lapse from the Kael'thas. Holy Ground from this Tyrael as well from level 13. Gorge onto the Deckard Kane, but everyone's busy with the Tyrael right now. Big Molten Flame value from Gaff. And that is the Wicked Inferno level 13 for this Deathwing. No Conflagration 16 yet, because, well, no 16. A little bit of heal from... Oh, no! Oh, no. The old man going to get hooked here, and I do think he is dead. He's got some floor juice. He's going to live for a few moments. Gravity Lapse. Deathwing with the Skyfall as well, and that is Nazebo with an Ice Block to avoid the hook from Stitches. 16 talent here. There's that Conflagration, as I mentioned. Nazebo goes to soak top lane. He's got 128 stacks on his baseline, 56 on the Pandemic for his Toads. And as I mentioned, we have the second objective phase up and 16 talent. Oh my god. Gazlo, the game had to decide, is it Gazlo or the minion? And luckily for the Gazlo, it is the minion that got grabbed. 9-0 in our kills. Mithril Mace for the Leoric at level 16. He keeps pressuring this fort while the minion wave is tanking a few shots. Floor Juice OP. 20 seconds remain of channel time, roughly. Oh, now, actually, but still, you get it. 16 talents here, just gonna be getting achieved. Too disgusting. Decrepify level 16. We also will see the Herodric Staff, that little stun. Watch the Staff of Deckard. If it's glowing, that means he's got a stun available. Stay a while and listen onto the Stitches who did go for the Gorge. Onto this Zul, the Conflagration. The camp is stalled out at 1.4 seconds. Deathwing, Cataclysm in, Bellowing Roar, Bellowing Roar. Nazebo's going to be split from his team. Gravity Lapse from Kael'thas. Whitemane looking for the last little bit of damage. Deathwing gets the auto. Actually, Whitemane steals it away. Earth Shatter. Oh, Nano getting low here, but it doesn't really matter because... Oh, no! Oh, no! Gravity Lapse! I thought the fight was going to be over. That's what I was saying, but another Gravity Lapse onto the Gazlo. Pops the Robo-Goblin. Still getting just lapse after lapse. Oh, my god, the hook as well! Oh, man, Chad, I think this This feels like we're going to game 5. 12-0 in kills. Gravity Lapse onto the Tyrael, who rushes back for the floor juice of Decker Kane. We got a line thing on the ground. What was that from? Yeah, what is that from? Oh, it's Gazlo's laser. That's what it was. It looks like the Maltheo mark, or it looked like a Rain of Vengeance from Vala, or even a Ice Wall from May. But I'm like, so many of those characters are not in this game. This is confusing. But anyways, objective phase is in the lanes. Kael'thas gets the bottom. Deathwing and the rest get mid. Zool clearing out top, but that fort's already gone. You said it before Decker Kane died. Yeah, there's a bit of a delay on stream, so it's I'm a little bit delayed. 15 seconds on Entomb. Leoric Spectral Leech is not. Excuse me. The Drain Hope. Spectral Leech is the talent. The Drain Hope is not going to be able to get the kill, but god dang, we're looking at a solid 2-level lead to the side of Vinland Raiders. When or can Disgusting bring it back? They got to look for a fight, honestly, now. They can't waffle until the enemy's at 20. They got to look for something. Oh, I'm out of tea. God dang it. All right, water. We'll have some beers when we do the cooking stream in a little bit. Well, Deathwing chilling in the top lane. We've got Gazlo hovering around the bottom. Living Bomb applied. Tyrael's able to jump away, gets a potion as well. More regeneration globes for Kael'thas, 34 currently on his Arcane Barrier. Leoric in bottom lane is pressuring onto Gazlo. I do like this aggression, but the rotation from the enemy is going to be had, and I think we'll see a Wraith walk out really quick. Actually, it's just a Mountain Disengage. Oh, still in bottom. Stitches is rotating down with Whitemane as well, but the extended hook doesn't land. 20 talent here, as we do have the Scarlet Crusade, the Flamethrower, Master Hooker for Uki, Deathwing with the Stood in the Flame, and Burning Despair for the Leoric. Burning a pair. Zool might have been, yeah, I think they're just chasing down Azul, or are they going, yeah, they're chasing down Zool. Bone Prison, Gravity Lapse. Oh, the Gravity Lapse is eaten by something else, but yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter. Skeleton Mages are used as well. All right, boss is traded? Boss is traded. Mm-hmm. 13-0 and kills. Tyrael in the mid lane, rotating down to the allies. Stitches looking for a hook. No one around to defend. They should assume that the enemy's trading bosses. Yeah. I don't think they can make the rotation. Yeah, they can't make the... By the time... They're halfway across the map, but they're going to keep going. Gonna keep rotating down to bottom lane to maybe look for the quick clear onto the boss before it gets much value in the lane. Yeah, indeed. A hook. Nice Robo-Goblin of the Gazlo, so he's not going to be gorged. There is an Entomb from said Leoric, but he's going to be able to Wraith Walk out. Boss gets a slam, and it stuns out Leoric. He's trying to back away. There's a gorge onto the Decker Kane. Uki trying to build a bit of a window for Sven to back away. Oh man, Uki gets shredded, but the Scarlet Aegis with the Crusade. Stay well and listen. No upgrade, no level 20. We have Deathwing pushing top lane. Zool to defend. Kael'thas around the objective. Wow. Things going well for the side of Vinland Raiders in this map number 4. The bottom lane fort will fall, but this could be the final objective of the game. We're knocking on keeps and keep front gates. Most of the keep front gates have been damaged or taken down. I think mid lane is the most well-defended lane currently. Boss and bottom lane will be left as Leoric rushes into mid to help the allies. And yeah, I think they're looking for... My expectation would be take down mid fort since the lane, you've got the lane pushed up. Bottom obviously would take a little bit of time. Oh, and no, actually Leoric's going to proxy it. The wave will be on its way. Things are actually looking really, really good to the side of Vinland Raiders. But 20 Talonteers here. Respect the Elderly. Mortal Wound. That's that 75% healing reduction for 4 seconds. Bomb Toss for the Gazlo. A lot of good zoning potential for that. We have the Holy Arena and the Vile Infection for Nazeeba, which is finished out. 186 baseline stacks and rising in this defense. Zool steps out to the top lane a little far just to make sure that they can start clearing the wave ahead of time. A lot of enemy members are showing in this mid-push. Leoric will be, I think, showing in the bottom lane. A hook goes wide from Stitches, looking for someone. Kael'thas does have that Ignite from level 16. Same talent icon, I just forgot which one was which. Meanwhile, in bottom, though, Gazlo is going to be burninated by the Deathwing. Sven lives, that's a hook onto the Deckard Cain. Slam Jam, stay well and listen. Sanctification, it don't matter. They still get the kill into the Deckard Cain. Leoric will be traded in that moment. Mid lane keep is low, top lane keep is low. Bottom lane keep is the most healthy, but they still have the objective here, and the conflagration is shredding through the enemy. Tyrael gets a little bit of a death time cheat. Another hook from Stitches. Slam from Ucky. The bottom lane keep goes down. They could be looking for a quick mid and then go core. Ucky low here, but living with just a sliver of HP thanks to the white mane. Another hook goes wide, and it's a team kill. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading into a map number 5. Map number 5, everybody. After a solid team kill, this is going to be Drekthar falling to the Alliance. I'm sorry, why are we... Oh, they're waiting for a wave because they need something to tank this a little bit here because Drekthar does. Oh, Stitches, no! Wait, this is awkward. This is super awkward. Gazlo's back. Tyrael's up in 1. It ain't over, chat. It's not over. Leoric does respawn. He mounts up and he backs away. Camp to be stolen away here from the mid. 44 on the Stitches, 19 on the Zool, 8 on the Nazebo. All right, it ain't over. Boston top is 130, Boston bottom is 128. Camp and mid quickly cleared out. I wouldn't be surprised if Leoric and the rest grab this camp while they wait for Stitches to reset. You're up all night to get Ucky. I don't know why that sounds inappropriate. Another objective phase is up. Here's the big thing that I want to point out. There are Reaver minions in top, mid, and bottom consistently coming out with only periodic Reaver minions in the bottom lane to be matched. And those lads take quite a bit of damage. Deathwing not able to get the Molten Flame that he's looking for. Stitches back in the mix. That's an Entomb from Leoric as Tyrael goes out for the Holy Ground. Gorge out of the Stitches as an Earth Shatter pushes back the enemy. There's a Bellowing Roar just as the Tyrael comes out, but Sanctification still utilized. Sven trying to back away, taking a lot of damage. Scarlet Aegis from the White Mane. Got that Scarlet Crusade level 20 upgrade. Gazlo with the bomb toss at the end is just so annoying to deal with in some of these moments. When Drekthar clears out the bottom lane, so much experience left on the ground as the objective phase up and available for contest, and Drekthar gains back their HP as Zool clears out the wave. Now Zool's showing in wave. Is this the green light? Hook goes wide between the enemy. Sven really deep. He has that burning despair. He's trying to live. He's got a sliver of HP. White Mane, can you heal? The White Mane Giggle Beam saves the moment. I don't know how Leoric lived there. I mean, obviously it was Unforgiven on the White Mane, who is going to have to Hearth back for full mana. Leoric just going to do the same for full HP. The waves are still pushing in constantly with these Reaver minions, and it is something that has to be dealt with by the Gazlo. And until that rotation... Oh, wait, hook. No Gorge. It actually just came off a cooldown. Gravity lapses early. Deathwing cancels the Molten Flame. There's the Slam Jam kill. Nazebo dead for 62 seconds. A huge Entomb, a Cataclysm across as well. White Mane drops the Scarlet Aegis. The Molten Flame through the Entomb. A lone Gazlo, I guess it's Gazlo over here in the mid, and it's going to be a Tyrael in the bottom. But yeah, you don't need the objective anymore. You don't need to chase any more kills. It's time to go end the game and take us to a map number 5. Oh, chat, what a competitive series we had here. Hook onto Gazlo, he pops the Robo-Goblin, a Gravity Lapse should be soon to follow, and that is a dead Gazlo's. Tyrael gonna defend, and we're looking at another team kill. Vinland Raiders reel it back in and take us to a map number 5 through Alterac Pass. Fantastically played from both, but got 23-2 in kills. This composition just had nothing to stop it. Slam Jam, thank you. Aye! What? I don't understand. Why not take Tychus? Why didn't they take Tychus? It wasn't banned away. It hasn't been played. I don't understand why they didn't take the Tychus, to be honest. Confuses me. Disgusting, you're on fire! Which team wins out direct pass? Vinland Raiders. But you are a classy person, Nancy. Only 30k is capable of a 30-minute best of 5. That's true. That's true. That was, yeah. Both is good. Cook and cast? I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't pound my meat and talk about heroes at the same time. Welcome back into Meta Madness, everyone. My name's Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we got Vinland Raiders. On the right is Disgusting. We are here in Group D, day number 2, in this best of 5 series that will be taking us to Towers of Doom. First pick priority was chosen by the members of, Disgusting. So this is map choice of Vinland Raiders as the Lucio Vikings are banned away. Oh, come on, choke. Let's get a choke game. Oh, I just want choke so bad. Abathur ban. Okay, so no Abathur Illidan, no Abathur Valera, no Abathur Samuro. I think I missed 2 great matches when I went shopping. Nope, we got a first pick Medivh. First pick Medivh for Disgusting. I honestly, I don't even know what these teams are going to go into, so we're just going to kind of hang out and watch and see what it is, because there's been so many heroes that are unavailable. What is it? Like, at this point, there are, 50 heroes of 90 that are unavailable. There's 10 initial bans. Actually, there's even more. There's 54 because you have... They're gonna choke! They're gonna do it! They picked Ariel. It's Cho'Gall. The coward should have banned all the tanks. Why not co-cast with Kaldor in the tournament? It's his tournament. He didn't ask me. I don't know. No one from their community approached me about doing any casting ever with them, so it's whatever. It's easier to work solo for group stages. Yeah. Also, if I were to co-cast with them, how would I wouldn't be able to stream. I wouldn't be able to stream. Having 2 casters on 2 different streams for co-casting doesn't make any sense either. Zul'jin banned away. Alrighty, Zul'jin's gone. Cowards. A lot of them. Absolute cowardice plays. The members of Disgusting owe this community 20 gifted subs. Easily. Tell Bandit he's perfect. Mr. Bandit, you are perfect. Ram, thank you for the redemption as well. I will probably have to give you your points back, because after we do this, we're going to be swapping to cooking stream. So I'll probably have to give you your points back, but I appreciate the redemption. Thank you, Ram. Alrighty, main tank Uther, Lunara, Imperius, Lili, Medivh. That's actually a pretty good draft, honestly, from the side of Disgusting. Samuro, Ariel, Cassia, Arthas. What are they going to round this out with? I feel like it's either a frontliner or more damage. They could go for another bruiser here. I mean, well, they could go for a bruiser, realistically. Arthas is a main tank, but it's going to be Mephisto. I honestly don't know whose draft I like more. I feel like I'd lean into Disgusting, to be honest. Double support composition. The biggest outlier is Samuro. Samuro does bring some shenanigans to the table, but I do think this is going to be Disgusting taking this series. Yeah, Ragnaros is what I was thinking too. I was thinking maybe Ragnaros because you could go for Sulfur's Smash. Also, the defensive posture with Molten Core is nice as well. But hey, that's gonna be the draft. Let's load on in. I will start our prediction. You know the dealio, chat. You know the deal.
Hey, listen.
Which team wins Towers of Doom? Which team wins Towers of Doom? Map number 5. We've got our prediction ready to go. Get your gambles in. We're gonna find out who will take this best of 5 series. You like the kebab. Man, I have not had a kebab in years. Sorry. We're getting hungry. This is why I was like, ooh, if I do another best of 5, how late in the day is it going to be? All right, on the left-hand side, we got the members of Vinland Raiders. We've got Sven on the Samuro, Uki on the Arthas. We'll be seeing Unforgiven on the Ariel, Gafflo on the Cassia, and Nano on the Mephisto. Got a little toot cloud around him. Toot, toot, toot. To the right-hand side, we're looking at Disgusting. Alvarez on the Medivh, Itrax to play the Lunara, Iron on the Uther, Lavacal on this Lily, and Rai on the Imperius. The good luck, have fun is out. You can see the level 1s. You've still got a solid chunk of time to get your gambles in. Map number 5, Towers of Doom, my favorite setup to end any sort of series. A best of 5, best of 3, best of 5, best of 7. Towers of Doom is my favorite map to end things on. Just feels like a really nice competitive map to round out a very fun series here. And man, these 5 maps have been absolutely astonishing between both these teams. I'm excited to see who's able to take it, but we've been really seeing some great Heroes of Storm action between Vinland Raiders and Disgusting. All right, Samuro into the top lane. I feel like Samuro wants to avoid the Medivh as much as possible, giving free stacks. Speaking of Medivh, 8, 9 of his Arcane Rift baseline stacks already achieved. We'll be hovering that flush button just in case there's a dive onto said Medivh. He's a quarter of the way through already. Mephisto poking out here and there. Did go into Unyielding Power at level 1 for those Skull Missiles. We've got the Windwalk start for this Samuro as well. Disgusting knows you're hungry, so they're serving you up some big kebabs. Stab? Samuro's basically 3 tanks. I mean, I can't argue with that logic. Camps to be traded on the left and the right, respectively. I'm just looking at level 1s and stuff like that, if there's anything of major note. Charge Strike, Searing for the Ariel, Frost Presence Arthas, Solarian, Consuming Flame at level 1, actually, for these Imperius. Increase the center damage of Solarian's Flame by additional 125% and its slow amount by 15% if the first enemy hit by Solarian's Flame restores 30 mana. What is the baseline slow on that? I actually don't know for Imperius. It's a baseline slow for 40%, so it jumps to 55%, I think. Cassia jumps in with the fend. Here comes a stab onto 2. Uki taking a ton of damage on the Arthas and will go down. First blood to the members of Disgusting as they might look for Unforgiven here. Unforgiven taking a ton of damage. Does go down. What's up, Hispalm? How you doing? Hey, Golden. Good to see everyone in chat. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciates it. We'll be getting into our cooking stream fairly soon. Oh, Uther goes down as well. 2 for 1 in our total kills so far. That little bit of extra experience from those kills pushes up Vinland Raiders just a touch here, but there's still minions soaking mid, and we will have our first objective phase popping up here, center of the map, and the top left and right, which this is the standardized location. The only randomization from the first one is, will it be in this mid position or in the bottom position? But you always get 3 altars for the first on Towers of Doom. Medivh, 30 stacks currently. I don't think we're going to be pushing that flush button anytime soon for Medivh. 32 stacks, 3 minutes in, nice Detainment Strike, 1 repeated offense. Stack for the Ariel right there. Samuro is actually going to harass on the right-hand side and get the channel on the left. But the clone is already killed, and I don't think Imperius will be delayed out, so Samuro starts rotating down to mid. Is this just for wave clear, or is it for the it's for the fight? Samura's going to rotate in for the flank into the fight, looking at eye tracks, the Frost Presence, the Howling Blast, excuse me, not connecting. Portal from Medivh, allowing them to dive deep into the Mephisto. Does have that crown from the Ariel to build up some of the hope. Nice Taming Strike once again. That's the third stack for repeated defense, halfway through that. The big thing that you get at the end of those stacks is extra damage. The range knockback increase is already a passive adjustment or augment that you get when you pick the talent. Another dive into Nano. Ariel with a fantastic Detainment Strike again, picking up that fourth stack. Lunar is going to be able to get through the portal and back away. Raven Familiar level 4 as you hear that caw every so often. And Samuro and the Imperius will pass each other in the rotation, dismount onto the Imperius. Alright, camps on the left and the right side to be grabbed. Thank you for the follow as well. Glad you're enjoying the content. Once again, I don't know why I said it weird. 38 stacks for the Medivh currently as Samuro clears out this mid lane doing his double duties up against the Imperius. Aki's gonna... Aki does have Frozen Waste at level 4. Medivh is done with stacks, so it's time to turbo int into the enemy team's face, but Portal actually is going to be set up to try and dive onto the Ariel. There's going to be a clap as they come through the portal. Detainment Strike. Looking for that extra, but the portal does get the, I believe, Uther out just in time, so no stack onto him. 10 talent here on the horizon, so of course we look at those the damage, healing, and experience from these two teams. That laugh signifies the boss is up and available, but down in the bottom lane, Ariel is taking a lot of damage, gets some great AoE healing to some allies who are grouping up. Itrax will apply some poison to this Mephisto. Not going to be able to get a kill. Single altar at the bottom center of the map. No 10 still. Samuro going to be swapping around. As he's able to quickly jump into mid lane from this. Imperius, I believe, was scouted from the Samuro rotating down into this bottom lane. So Gaff and the rest, I do think they play further back here safely. Samuro is going to just... Okay, he clears out the mid lane. Celestial Charge connects onto the Cassia. We have a very low Aki on the left side of our screen. The heals are okay, but are they enough? Damage over time. There's a heal from Ariel, and 4 more shots go into the core of the Raven Lord. Disgusting pulls ahead. 28 to 36 in core HP, favoring our red team. Disgusting. Mephisto done with his level 1. Unyielding power, has the extra damage and Skull Missile available after getting those 40 stacks. Uther's done with his level 1. Does have the duration of devotion by 0.5 second increase. Arth is still working on the Frozen Frost Presence. He's got the 10 stacks, so the range is increased. At the 20, he gets the Howling Blast root on the way. Frozen Waste, 42 out of 150, so rounding here, they're about a third of the way through. Looking at the level 10s, Blade Storm for Samuro kind of makes sense when they're doing this double soak duties and already being used initially. We do have the Army of the Dead for the Arthas, Crystal Aegis for the Ariel. Cassia's holding. Maybe she goes fishing with a Valkyrie. Wrath of Angiers for the Imperius. Endurance of Hate for the Mephisto. Taming Strike into the wall finishes out the repeated defense. Lunara looking for the Thornwood Vine, or going to be picking up Thornwood Vine. And it is Ball Lightning, so we'll see some volleyball to be played here. Now, is the 10 talent here going to be a big turning moment? Ball Lightning goes out into Lunara and the Lili. Endurance of Hate will go out on 2. That's, actually, no, the Lili gets hit with the Endurance of Hate. The Divine Shield cancels all of that out. Wrath of Angiers grabs Nano. Blade Storm from the Samuro. Crystal Aegis onto this Mephisto, but that was a fantastic Celestial Charge just timed out after the Crystal Aegis expires, and a kill into Mephisto through the bottom lane. We have a single altar, and I think 4 more shots will be rocketed into the core of Vinland Raiders. Lunara goes for the camp on the left-hand side. She does have Nature Calling 4 and Wild Vigor level 7. Actually, she breaks off from the camp, looking to poke onto Aki here. The portal forward. Aki's in a bit of trouble. Gonna try and back away. The Thornwood Vines are good. Cassia looking to build up that hope for the Ariel. And enough hope has been generated to keep these few alive. Nano rotates back in from the Hall of Storms. As I mentioned, 4 shots did go into the Raven Lord. The Gravekeeper sitting at 32 HP. As Medivh scouts out this camp being grabbed. So that means this right side is safe to grab for Lunara and Lili. Howling Blast not connecting. The Cassia goes in with the fend onto this Medivh. More poking from the Skull Missiles. Same from Cassia with her Thunder Strokes. Shade Forward from Mephisto is trying to generate that Reservoir of Hope. Oh, wait, hold on. Durance of Fate. Ah, just shy. Just shy of the Uther right there. Samara pushing up top. Aki a little bit low. Does finish out his 20th stack on the Frost Presence. Has that Howling Blast rooting along the way. As now Lili's going to get bopped around. Or actually, it was Uther bopped around. Ball Lightning from Cassia. Leyline Seal from the Medivh. Lili and Medivh playing a little bit of volleyball as the Celestial Charge connects onto Aki, who is gonna go down. The Army of the Dead not gonna be enough to sustain him. Ah, that's the Wrath of Angiers. The Sky Suplex onto Cassia. She has the Surge of Light, and she's able to stay alive. The portal allows Imperius to back away. Double Altar Phase coming up, and the Divine Shield onto Lili. I can't believe it. I thought she was gonna be dead. Arthas up in 10 seconds, and the objective phase is going to be spawning in 5, so close together in that. Lavacle looking for the channel. Nano probably gets 1 delay. Celestial Charge doesn't time out just right. Medivh with the channel on the center. No one going to be able to delay him out in time. 4 shots into the core of Vinland Raiders. 20-36. Jugs from the Lili are going to be popped right now. Celestial Charge comes in onto the Cassia, who is going to be popping that Surge of Light, and Lunar is the one to go down. Nano so very low on this Mephisto. So is the Cassia. The portal out from Medivh. They tap well and re-engage. Doesn't look like it. This might just be a give. Imperius sees Aki step into the bush. No turnaround for a Celestial Charge. No delay onto Nano here. All right, 4 shots do go into the core of the Gravekeeper. It is 20-32 in core HP as the Vinland Raiders want to try and reel it back in here. 3-3 in the kills. Portal forward from Medivh to try and dive into the backline, but just a little bit of pressure is applied, and we go back into double soak rotations. Got the Sakuchi for our Samuro at level 13, but also the Gloves of Alkriti. Okay, ooh, actually Spell Shield, Greater Spell Shield for Lunar, not going for the Abolish Magic. Medivh throwing out, oh, that's a great ball. Lightning protection from Medivh, Divine Shield from the Uther. Lili's Jugs are not going to be enough, and Lunar goes down. Oh my god, the momentum is massively shifting over to the side of Vinland Raiders in this map number 5. It's going to be 16-15 in the levels, and just some late game kills are really starting to pull it back in for Vinland Raiders. I believe one of the 6 sappers made it into that fort front gate, maybe 2 actually, but either way, it doesn't matter. Portal back from Medivh. The bottom lane fort will be converted over to the side of Vinland Raiders, and okay, it's 20-32, but it's a triple altar phase coming up. Medivh is so low. Ariel goes for the Detainment Strike, but that's as much as she's able to do. 3/4 of a level to go for 16 for the side of Disgusting, as Samuro keeps soaking up for the allies. Man, this is really, really well played from Vinland Raiders. I'm beaming of excitement from just the oh god, the contested value between the two teams. That's the big thing. It's just how well they're contesting. It's nice Sakuchi from Sven to be able to dive away from the incoming damage. Ariel gets the channel in the bottom lane. Lunara delayed out by this Samuro once. Cassia will be stunned out, and Lili gets the right-hand side. So 5 for 3, favoring the members of Vinland Raiders. Another 5 shots could be coming out of this left-hand side. Lunar's taking a lot of damage. Itrax is gonna go down. 37 seconds on that death timer. Medivh becomes a bird, and that is 5 more shots. 10 total damage into the core of Disgusting. No 16 talent yet for our red team as Samuro continues to pressure up the top lane. The allies in mid are able to grab that wave, and they will rotate back into bottom lane. 50 seconds on the right camp for the Sappers, 30-some seconds, or less actually. Howling Blast connects onto Uther. He might be dead here. He's got Divine Shield, and it is forced. Same with Jugs, too. Jugs and Divine Shield to be popped right there. Mephisto looking to jump in and pressure out the enemy. Still looking at these camps. 30 on the right, 10 on the left. 17-22 in core HP. Next objective phase going to be top left and right. Boss still up and available. Not going to be considered just yet, as not really in that point to threaten a game with it. nor have they found any sort of massive team fight on the north side of the map to make a quick boss play. The big priority is holding this bottom lane as Uther does get a stun, but he is going to be rooted. Jugs are about available. 50 seconds on Divine Shield. Medivh Leyline Seal stalls out this Mephisto, and I think Lunar is able to poke at them. Cassia grabs the camp on the bottom left. That's going to be working its way in. She'll join into the allies. The objective phase should be announced fairly soon. I also want to point out mid lane as well. Mid lane has some minions dealing great damage into the fort right there as Imperius rotated down into bottom, so Samuro will say, I'm going to go ahead and get some free siege. Pushes up the top wave. That's going to be a portal back from Medivh to back. Oh, to get out of this, that's a great turn. Fade onto a few. Ball lightning from the Cassia. Ucky was sky suplexed by the Imperius, and the Uther goes down. He does have some ghost heals for a moment or two. 1, 2, 3 sappers over the wall. Yes, 3 sappers down to 19 HP. Mid lane fort still taking damage. I have to say, Vinland Raiders have flipped this game on its head. Sven will be delayed out. Swapped to different clones. Another camp to be grabbed by Mephisto Ariel for the bottom lane. The fight still continues. 26 seconds on Uther's death timer. 20 talents here, almost here. Samuro clears out the Wisp. Can they delay out Lava? Oh, they can. Sappers in bottom lane. Samuro grabs the left-hand side channel. Ariel steps up, doesn't even actually delay things out with any abilities. Detainment strike into the wall. Rai is low, gets the Divine Shield, or gets the protection from Medivh. Now, sappers in bottom need to be cleared out. Is Ariel holding? Does she delay? No, they don't get the extra shot, but still. 17-9 in core HP as the sappers in bottom lane, I don't believe they made any through. Yeah, 1 got killed, 2, 3 are still available. There's the boss. Four more shots into the core of Disgusting. The bottom lane bell tower is reconverted. We have top lane going to be burned down by Samuro and Cassia. Mid lane to be worked on by the rest of Disgusting. There's no 20 talent tier, so they're gonna have to. They're just gonna have to clear things out and wait for waves. Next objective phase is gonna be singular in the center of the bottom of the map, and at the current math that I can do, 5 minus 5 is 0. And if the single altar goes over to the side of Vinland Raiders at the current bell tower hold, it is gonna be GG in the series over to Vinland. But we'll see. Man, this has been a really well-contested series, I have to be honest. Really, really good plays between both sides. Taman strikeout as well. This is still Chase. Howling Blast not going to connect. No announcement of the objective yet. Half a level to go for 20. Imperius doing their best to clear things out, denying any sort of sapper value. But of course, while Imperius is in top, the rest of the team is in bottom lane with the Samuro and the rest. Leyline Seal with... Oh, no Medivh cheats, no level 20. It's just a Leyline Seal. Durance of 8 will connect onto the Lee lead. Is Divine Shield going to be forced out from the Uther? No. Uther, though, will be Detainment Striked against the wall. Pops the Divine Shield for himself. Imperius looking for a flank. No Wrath of Vengirus to connect onto anyone. Single altar in 10 seconds in the bottom. Army of the Dead utilized by Ucky, and all they have to do is zone back everyone. Mephisto steps up. Portal forward from Medivh. Samuro looking for the channel. Detainment Strike into the wall. Lunara, she gets 1 delay onto Sven. Still Arthas pressuring out onto the Lee Celestial Charge. Nice Wrath of not Wrath of Vengirus. Nice Crystal Aegis. That is a double kill in favor. That's a triple kill. There's this shield. Triple kill, quadra kill, pentakill. Uther does respawn from his level 20, but yeah, there you go. That's a team kill. Core will fall, the GGs come out, and ladies and gentlemen, that will be the series over to the side of Vinland Raiders. Gotta say, best series of the day.
A singular strike.
Oh god, just seeing your subs drop all day is just depressing. The subs have been falling off today because, you know, we had the subathon a while ago, so... Actually, I think it was a month ago to this day. I'm trying to make it more realistic for anyone that wants to support the stream. There we go, why not? If anyone wants to support the stream. Good game indeed. All right. right, choose outcome. Who wins? Vinland Raiders. The Vinland Raiders turned it around right at the end.